New information now following the violence in Charlotte, North Carolina that injured a dozen police officers overnight. Protesters and officers clashed in the streets after the deadly shooting of Keith Scott. The 43-year-old was shot in a parking lot during a search for a suspect wanted on a warrant. Police say Scott was not cooperating and had a gun. But a witness who took some video with her cell phone moments after the shooting says police are trying to cover up the truth.
The white cop with the bald head pulled up behind that man, blocked him into his parking space. He couldn't move. Told him to get out, put your hands up. He got out, walked behind his truck with his hands up, and the man shot him 4 times. And I mean, when he got out the car, a book fell off his lap. The book that he was reading.
Charlotte police say no book was found at the scene, but a handgun was. The officer who shot Scott, Brentley Vincent, happens to be African-American. He has been put on administrative leave. And the police-involved shooting there comes just days after Terrence Crutcher, an unarmed black man, was killed during a traffic stop in Tulsa, Oklahoma on Friday night. Police say Crutcher did not follow commands from officers and was reaching into a car window. Officer Betty Shelby says she pulled the trigger in fear for her life. Tonight, Shelby is on paid administrative leave. The Justice Department has opened up a civil rights investigation.
Both presidential candidates talked about the police shootings today, and Donald Trump got an introduction from Don King that required some censoring. CBS 2's Dick Brennan has more on that.
If you are intelligent, intellectual, you're an intellectual Negro. If you are dancing and sliding and gliding, Negro.
Boxing promoter Don King dropped the N-word at an African-American church in Cleveland as he introduced Donald Trump, who addressed the subject of a police shooting of an unarmed man in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Trump, who's called himself the law enforcement candidate, today raised questions about the death of Terrence Crutcher.
He looked like of somebody that was doing what they were asking him to do. And this young officer, I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking, but I'm very, very troubled by that.
In Orlando, Hillary Clinton addressed the shootings in both Tulsa and Charlotte.
There is still much we don't know about what happened in both incidents, but we do know that we have 2 more names to add to a list of African Americans killed by police officers in these encounters. It's unbearable, and it needs to become intolerable.
Both Clinton and Trump also praised law enforcement officers around the country.
Police officers across our country are serving with extraordinary courage, honor, and skill.
And they're great people. They're great people. Now, great people, you always have problems. You have somebody in there that either makes a mistake that's bad or that chokes.
In the meantime, Trump's campaign is downplaying the latest allegations that he misused charity funds from his foundation. Tax documents show Trump's foundation sent $158,000 to a man who sued him for withholding $1 million in prize money after the man scored a hole-in-one at Trump's golf course in 2010.
I've talked to tax experts who said they've never seen anybody do anything like what he's done in the last few years.
Now, a Trump spokesman says there was no intent for the foundation to make any improper payments and says the Washington Post, who reported the story, got their facts wrong. Clinton will take a break from the campaign trail in the meantime for the rest of the week to prepare for Monday's debate. In the newsroom, Dick Brennan, CBS 2 News.